Hey there, everybody. This is Casey Armitage, your friendly firearm advocate and precinct delegate. I've decided to make an update from yesterday's video. Thank you, first of all, to everybody who's liked and shared and talking about it and taking the state committee and doing all of our things to advocate for firearms at our state convention. But I think there's some stuff that we could talk about and some things that I could do better to explain the circumstances so that it could be more well understood by everyone. So the Huntington Place is in fact owned by the Detroit Regional Convention Facility Authority, just like I talked about yesterday. And that does make it a government-owned property. And that does mean that it is preempted by MCL 123-1101 through 1105. However, what preemption doesn't say is that you can't regulate firearms at all. It just says that you can't regulate more than the state already does. So the Huntington Place happens to also be a facility that would be considered included under the MCL 28.4250, otherwise commonly known as the Michigan PFZ list. Because it's considered either a sports arena or an entertainment facility by the standards of 28.4250, means that only those people who have a CPL can open carry at the facility. However, Huntington Place has a policy that is completely prohibiting firearms, even from those with full exemption status like off-duty law enforcement and elected officials. They are trying, and they're not the only one. There's other municipal facilities that try to do this too. Anyways, it doesn't matter who else is trying to do it. Let's focus on the task at hand. They're trying to be like, say, Comerica Park, Ford Field, Fox Theater. All of those are 28.425 places or a PFZ. And they do prohibit firearms. In fact, they completely prohibit firearms. The difference is those are private-owned properties. Private-owned properties can have whatever private property policy they choose to have. So they could do that. But Huntington Place doesn't have such privileges because it is government-owned. This is a no-brainer to me. We have to support the Second Amendment. We have to support our right to carry. We have to support our right to lawful firearm possession. And we have to stand against government overreach, even at the local level. I mean, we all talk about it starts at the local level. Well, this is as local as it gets. This is a small board authority, okay, over the building. And they want no guns because guns are scary, and they make these policies, and unless somebody stands against the policy stays, and everybody just goes along to get along, and they think it's just like Comerica, it's just like Ford Field, but it's not. That's a taxpayer building. That's a place for you to exercise your rights. Supporting the lawful possession of a firearm, especially at convention and as a delegate and performing such duties. I mean, how much more red, white, and blue can you? Their support strengthen the ability of the convention attendees to defend themselves against the Huntington Place. All I'm asking is for the state committee to support its delegates and attendees to exercise their right to lawfully possess a firearm while attending state convention. A simple statement in writing affirmed by the committee that says something to the effect, or exactly to the effect, of these words: the Michigan Republican State Committee's support for lawful firearm possession by attendees at convention pursuant to Michigan law, Article 1, Section 6 of the Michigan Constitution and the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution. That's it. Cut and dry, simple, copy paste, get it done. By supporting lawful firearm possession, the state committee is actually protecting itself from the potential liability of being named as a defendant should any incidents arise for infringing on the rights of all attendees. Let's review this just one more time for emphasis, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Yes, Huntington Place is a government-owned property. Yes, it is preempted. However, it's also a 28.4250 or a PFZ, by which the law states that if you have your CPL, you can open carry at that facility. Huntington Place is breaking the law by not allowing you the ability to do that and openly carry. They are outwardly prohibiting all firearms, even from exempted persons. They are only allowing uniformed, on-duty law enforcement to carry inside their facility. That's not how this works. That's how this works if it was private property, but that's not how this works when it's our property. It's been crickets all day at the state committee meeting. I have not seen or heard any updates whatsoever. The emails that I had sent to state committee members were left unanswered. I haven't heard any updates, but I'm not assuming that this motion was added to the agenda or any action was taken. So it's time to take it forward. I don't think that the passing of today's meeting eliminated our ability to take action. I think that we could still work on some sort of a resolution, calling another special meeting. There are courses of action that can be taken if it's found important enough by the state committee to support the lawful possession of our attendees at state convention this upcoming February 21st and 22nd. Again, I just want to say that I'm looking forward to seeing all of you at state convention. I really do appreciate the support that I'm getting from everyone. My video had almost 1,000 views at least, especially across all the platforms that I posted it on. I've made some more calls, I've sent some texts, and I thank you for getting up and taking action and helping me get the message out. But the fight's not over, because we haven't gotten it done yet. So don't let up now. Please continue to support the cause and get the conversation going. Make sure your state committee member is aware of the circumstances. Encourage them to support Article 1, Section 6 of the Michigan Constitution. Simply states that every person shall have the right to keep and bear arms for the defense of himself and the state. I can't imagine someone that calls themselves a Republican and a conservative not supporting affirming that. It's part of our Constitution. It would be part of an oath of office. It's important enough. Let's get it done.